Welcome back. Today we're back at that kitchen refurb job. It's 4 weeks since I've been back off holiday, so the kitchen's a lot different. That doorway's blocked up. We've got now 2 new double doors in. The fridge is in situ. We've got plaster on the walls, all looking good. A few of the boxes have been cut out a little bit skewiff by the plasterers, but it's not the worst I've seen, but not the best, let's just say that. But it's definitely workable. We've got double socket over here still. Obviously we got rid of all that old grid cooker switch shenanigans. And then we've got a feed down there for a socket in the front of like a unit, or like a seating area. Ceiling's all plastered and painted, ready for the spotlights tomorrow. ACC fire guards with the white bezels, so they're flush and they blend in. And then it's also going to be anti-glare bezels, so it gives a nice sleek finish and it's not like absolutely blinding you in your kitchen. We've got an island unit going here in the middle, and we've got 3 pendants, fancy chrome pendant things going in. If you remember rightly on the last video as well, there was a loft hatch there. That's been patched up, and there was a downlight going in that centre of the loft hatch. So that will be eventful to see if there's enough space for me to get in there, or they filled it with the timbers. Light switch over here has gone missing. Plasterers have decided to patch it up. Not that hole. It should be a little bit higher than that, should be around here, but we'll just have to see and try and find that. Today I've turned up and not all the sockets are here that the customer's supplying, as they want these chrome ones from Screwfix. So they're turning up today, get everything stripped, sleeved, pretty much just start doing it like over here. So it's all ready to go. Gonna clean the boxes out, got the Milwaukee Hoover, so everything's nice, neat and tidy. And then also on that singular switch over there, we're having this, I think it's 4 gang, but we only need 3 ways, smart switching, which is interesting. So it's quite a big one, and it comes with this backing plate, but I don't think we'll need that because I put the box a lot in the wall. I think I put it about 47 mil, if 50 mil in the wall, because I knew we were having a massive smart switch going on. But this will be interesting to wire up and see how it works. Clients wise, on this job, we've got a 10 mil there, and then I've ran that down and the 10 mil popped out, and then the customer's fitting the kitchen themselves. So I said, rather than me chasing it in, I'll leave it there, so I see that zone's fine, and then it's going to come out and then just lay under the kickboards, and then I'll come back and either cable tie it to the feet or screw it back to the secure wall. Or to be fair, even I don't see a problem in my eyes of a meter, because it's only going to there, of that underneath, and then it always loops up behind the cupboards anyway, like with no support. So it's not there to be touched. It's under a kickboard, it's accessible, that's fine in my eyes. And then over here we've got 2 6 mils. So we've got the old 6 mil we've dragged back across, which is down here, and obviously a new link. And then the other one is a new 6 mil feed to the fuse board, and then another link. So then these 2 here, the reason they're massive is because they're going to go like back up the wall here, and then there's like a double oven, so one needs to go right high up and one needs to go lower. These are feeds to bring through in the cupboards, because there's like a corner cupboard going there, and then socket either side of the hob in the middle where the doorway used to be. You can see it's drying out. I'm going to strip all the sockets, get them all prepped and ready, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, later all the sockets turn up and I can get these on. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to strip these already and then shoot off to the shop, pick up a fuse board as we put on in a bigger way board, as there's a potential for a cinema room upgrade, a big shed slash toy shed, man cave going in the garden. So that's going to have armoured feeds going out to it. So we need plenty of spare ways. But let's get all this done and then we'll hop onto the board. So put a rubber tub below me, strip all the ends into the rubber tub, and then go in with the Hoover and just give it a little bit of a clean so the back boxes are a bit better. It's just so when you take it off the next time and you've, like say if they're tiling the kitchen, and your kitchen units are in, your worktops are in, you back it off and it's full of rubbish and it all falls out. It's just not good, and I just like stuff nice, clean and tidy. Customers put a bit of paint around the ones that are going on today, so saves him backing them off when he's got paint around them. So realistically, that's that all done and ready, just waiting for the sockets to turn up. I've got a bit of a diagram for the downlights on my phone, so I've took photos and videos where it all was. We've got great loft access above, but I've started marking them out, just this first 4. So you got one there, you got one there, and then one on the very end, just to see what it looks like now. Now the room's changed a little bit and it's back to a clean canvas, just to double check I am happy with the way I've wired it, because ultimately There's no holes in the ceiling. There's great access above. I can adjust it ever so slightly. But now I'm on to measuring up the board. So I'm going to go and count the circuits and then go and pick up the board. Before I go any further, I will just talk to you about Tradify. As you know, they're a channel sponsor, so massive thanks to Tradify for supporting the channel. And end of last month, I received an email from themselves saying that they've brought out a new feature. So they are partnered up with Stripe, which is a card payment link or card payment on the spot now. So if you've got a customer that you think who wants to pay by card and you think that you have a sneaky suspicion that they may not pay if you leave the job site, and they are more than happy to pay on the spot via a credit card, bank card, something like that, you can literally save the day and they can pay there and then through the Tradify mobile app partnered with Stripe. So it's definitely a good little integration Tradify are using, and it just gives that peace of mind, and ultimately I think it makes your business look a little bit more professional. Like, it's a bit like saying when you go in a shop, you don't just take 5 Mars bars and then pay 28 days later, do you? I know certain business contracts obviously 28 days terms, but it depends also ultimately what you set your terms as. So for example, I set mine as 10 days because I know sometimes it is a bit chaos and life does get in the way from paying, but then ultimately some customers I think, I don't really want to be waiting 10 days because I don't think you're going to pay me ever. So yeah, good little link up with Tradify that is, and it's definitely a useful feature that I will be using if I get them sneaky suspicions, because everyone does get that. Luckily the job I'm on today, he's a fantastic customer and I don't have any suspicions. So if you do want to grab Tradify, as always, there'll be a link in the description of the videos, and you can use code Adam30 alternatively on the website to get a discount 30% off for the first 3 months. That's the old door which has been blocked up. Obviously I've run all my cables up through there, drilling through on the angle. I've kept that bit of plaster just here, and then the plumbers kept their bits where they knocked out, so that's all ready to be patched back in. And then we've got over here, that's where the new fuse boards go in, because like I showed on the previous video, it's asbestos in the garage in the ceiling. So this side of the property, I'm fine drilling through the wall, obviously I'm going to pretty much, I think, use the old consumer unit as like a Wago box extension, extend those 4 or 5 circuits in there, and then drill them through the wall and then pop them out so they come into this new fuse board. I'm just going to put a bigger way in, and then there's Henley blocks the other side. So I just need to have a look at the meter cab. A lot of you may be wondering, fitting a fuse board up there, obviously it's not really ideal fitting them a little bit higher up, but because we are not in a new build, there's no real rules or regs to that as such, and realistically there ain't really elsewhere it can go. I don't really want to be altering stuff in the garage, like I said about the asbestos roof. And then a lot of you may be thinking, well, that's very close to water, but this is all being refurbished as a utility. Well, it's not going to be a utility, it's going to be more of a maintenance cupboard eventually. So like you've got all the boiler system and stuff in here, and then you'll have like the fuse board and stuff in here. So it's good. This is all being ripped out. That water has been capped off. Going to count off what circuits I've currently got here, and then go the other side of the fuse board and have a look in that old fuse board, what circuits are currently in there. I did take photos and I've roughly already written this down on my phone, but I just want to double, triple check. Just written that in my phone. Stopped off at the shop. We are at Power Electrical Wholesalers in Stafford. Vic or Kev, if you're watching this, I've done this, so you can stop shouting at me for giving you a little shout out. So Kev and Vic, we're here, mate. There's your little plug. Power Electrical Wholesalers. Yeah, it's just my local wholesalers. Great guys, they always sort me out. Yeah, let's go inside, have a look, see what we need,